TIFU by washing my clothes in fabric softener for 6 months. I'll preface this by saying it has not been a good day overall. But this was the last straw. 6-ish months ago I bought what I thought was a large bottle of laundry detergent. I got it from Ollie's. For those who haven't been to one, it's a discount store with very random items. For all of $5, and maybe that should have been my first warning. But of course, I think nothing of its cheapness. And set to work using it. Life got rough, lost a job, and mental health issues meant that I never thought twice about my purchase. Even when I started feeling a film on all of my clothes. I have ASD, so I figured the filmy feeling wasn't actually a big deal and I was just noticing it more than most. And I was probably just using too much soap. So I tried to more diligent in measuring when I ran my laundry. No luck. But I just figured I'd buy a different brand whenever I ran out and that this one wasn't great. It's Downy. For reference, I've been dog sitting, and said dog peed on my floor a few times. So I borrowed a carpet cleaner from my sister once the dog was picked up. She brought it over and was helping me set it up, which includes adding in a little bit of laundry soap. I pull out the bottle. She sees the pink cap and goes, "No, that fabric softener." I argue that there's no way. I've been using it for months. I would know if it was fabric softener. We start looking at the bottle, and in the smallest words ever, it says, laundry softener. No big lettering, no other labeling, nada. So, turns out I've been using fabric softener to wash my clothes. And only fabric softener. Now I have to go buy some actual laundry detergent and wash everything I own. TLDR. Didn't read the bottle that I thought was laundry detergent close enough. Have been washing all of my clothes in solely fabric softener for 6 months. I complained about how bad our shampoo was as a kid. Dad yelled at me for not washing my hair. Turns out that they emptied a bulk conditioner into an old shampoo bottle and I didn't know. Haha. Well, were your clothes at least soft and static free? 7 years ago I was living with a friend and at some point he had been given the task of buying dishwasher detergent. No sweat. He buys it. And life continues on. I never paid any attention to the receptacle that contained the dishwasher pods until one day I had taken it out from under the sink to put a pod into the dishwasher. After several months of using it I noticed that it says it's e-safe. I think, isn't that usually for washers though? And I finally give the container a good hard look and realize that we've been using Tide Pods this whole time to wash our dishes. I did that once but my excuse was that it was in another country and I couldn't be bothered using Google Translate on the labels. All the other cues were right: packaging, location, scent. Downy is always fabric softener. At least where I am. Hope you can get your laundry clean now. I use vinegar instead of fabric softener and it works great with no yucky film. I'm not sure reg detergent will get all of that buildup out of there. Wash your things with vinegar and baking soda for a few cycles to get it all out. Google how to wash bath towels. That should put you on the right path. Vinegar will cut out the buildup. Baking soda will get rid of odors and fluff them up, I believe. My hubby filled up our hand soap bottle with hand sanitizer. Not that terrible. But I had some cuts on my hands and they burned every time I washed them. I kept wondering why the soap felt so thin. If it makes you feel any better, I did laundry for nearly a year by putting the detergent into the fabric softener spot in middle of agitator. Make sure you take your lint trap from the dryer and wash it with soap and water too. Fabric softener, including dryer sheets, gunks up the lint trap. Could be worse. I once mistook Nair for hand lotion. I once dyed my hair using the aftercolor conditioner tube instead of the developer tube and couldn't figure out why the color didn't take, and also why when I conditioned my hair for weeks afterward my hair smelled like hair dye. If not for me, my partner would have been doing the same thing. He accidentally bought fabric softener versus detergent the other day, and I immediately spotted the difference when I did laundry. To his and your credit, the bottle looks the same and it was a tiny font that said, laundry conditioner. I think this is big softener trying to drum up business because they know us millennials are onto them and their racket. That's only kinda a joke. I briefly worked in graphic design and marketing, and the change to looking indistinguishable from detergent is not an accident. Get yourself some laundry powder instead, way cheaper per load, and then you can't mistake it. I would dump them in the tub, pour in at least a gallon of white vinegar, and fill the tub with enough hot water to cover the clothes and stir them every like 10 minutes or so. And repeat that a couple times before you wash them. Fabric softener also makes clothing more flammable, so if you are regularly around a heat source or open flames, I'd invest in some new clothes. Downy has a fabric rinse that is 1000% better than fabric softer. The active version gets out my dude's nasty sweat from his very active 14-hour shifts, and smells so good. 10 out of 10 recommend over softener. I did this too. I read somewhere that lavender was a nice scent that helps you sleep better. So I got some lavender scented detergent. Thought it was kinda weird that it was pretty runny, but I didn't think too much about it. I must have used it for a few months oblivious. It was only one day that I actually read the bottle that I noticed it wasn't detergent. GF. Who would do laundry at my place sometimes? Also didn't say anything about it either, but guessing she was probably about as dumb as I was. Regarding laundry. Shoutouts to Ollie's though. Pretty much grew up in that store. I could see myself doing this. My husband and I were almost victim to this. We bought a big bottle of what looked like laundry detergent. It was fabric softener like yours. Thank God he caught it right before we poured it in. I did this in middle school when I started doing my own laundry, loudly crying only about 23 loads when I noticed my clothes didn't actually smell that clean. I feel like fabric softener is always going to be opaque, and laundry detergent is always see-through. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.